When you look at the number of people in Canada who make a living through work, so that's sort of a pretty generous definition of working class, it's the biggest vote coalition out there. So that's why it's such a prize for any party. And of course, historically in Canada, for workers who are in unions, they would most often have an affiliation with the NDP. But that has changed in recent years, and not just in Canada, but really around the Western world. You've seen a loss of connection between traditional labor parties and their working class base. So you can see that in Europe, you can see that in the UK, you can see that certainly in the United States as well. And Canada is no exception. And so when that large base of voters is up for grabs, all the parties are going to find different ways to try to connect with them to win their support.
Everybody was shocked after the election when the New Democrat Party lost official party status. It's certainly a wake-up call for New Democrats and for the party establishment, but it's also a wake-up call for for organized labor.
I would definitely say there's been a pretty glaring shift because obviously, if you go back in time, the NDP has traditionally held that firm ground of being the pro-union party, of being the union party. So it's forced everybody else to kind of reassess. And if you look over the last several years, to me, one of the individuals that stands out as being particularly strong in this regard has been Doug Ford. He's held together both the conservative coalition and brought union and labor into that coalition to actually strengthen his base. So if you transpose that up to the federal scene for a sitting government, an incumbent government in Mark Carney, granted it's a new administration, it creates an imperative of, okay, how do I start to chip away at what has traditionally been an NDP strength, but also in the last election turned into actually conservative strength and ultimately may have been the difference between a liberal minority and a liberal majority.